Hey, it's Sean from Delisted Games, taking a look at Knights of Valor on PlayStation 4. I had missed the news back in April of 2020 when the US publisher Games in Flames announced that the game was going to be shutting down, and then come to find out that the original Asian versions shut down in 2019. So Games in Flames has kept this Western release going for quite a while longer, at least like 6 months longer. It originally came out in 2015 in Asian territories and didn't come out in the West until 2017. So they had a couple years up on content and keeping the game running in China and Japan and Taiwan and all the other Asian PlayStation territories before it even came here. And I played this back in 2017 when it came out because it's free to play and it's loosely based on Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which is Dynasty Warriors crossover territory. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And after I saw this news that they were shutting it down, I was like, why didn't I ever stick with this some more? And I loaded it up this last week, getting ready to record this, and boy, I remembered pretty quickly why I stopped playing. We'll get into it in a minute here. Yes, it is the 15th anniversary of this series. It dates back to 1999 in mostly Taiwanese arcades, but I feel like I've played at least one version of it back in an arcade somewhere. I don't think it was just a ROM that I had downloaded. Could have been, but I feel like I played it in an arcade. He just looks so weird. That bow is crazy, though. He's the man. You gotta pay to play as him. So here's the announcement. They made it in the game and also on their social media sites. At the 6th of July. They get really poetic with it. As the dust thins out over the battlefields, the sun comes through the cloudy skies. So the last 90 days, they did the typical thing. They like cut the cost of everything with the in-game currency so you could use it up. You could no longer buy the Goshiki stones or any of the in-game currency. If you need help, just jump on Discord. Go through the last few of these here. I feel like just a few months ago, they were still releasing content. Some of it was just like alternate skins, though. So there's daily missions to do. I logged in, I got 3 meat buns, which actually, on hard difficulty, I could definitely use. So they do this kind of thing. You have completed 2 challenges in Stage 1-1. Here, have a pittance. You can pick which characters get so they have their own separate inventories. With the shutdown, they released all of this stuff for free, so they gave everybody like a pack of stuff. That was day 1. They unlocked everybody's costumes. Wow, Diao Qian's got a lot of costumes. Not as many as, or more than Guan Yu, I mean. So you got your message box. Before you even log into the game, you get your daily news pop-ups. You can see the connecting screen here. Obviously, this game was made to be online. So unfortunately, there's no patching out the online stuff and letting people continue to play. Honestly, if this just a single-player offline game, I don't think that they could make money on what they would need to charge for it. The actual number of stages is kind of limited. This is a weird feature. A weird pyramid scheme. If you just go ahead and send recommendations to your friends and then they sign up for it, you can get some free in-game currency. It's so weird. Yeah, very mobile game. It's got in-game voice chat. Let's go ahead and start. Apparently there was a dueling, like a versus, PvP mode. Expedition mode, you need a bunch of another kind of currency to even go do this. See if nobody's playing. The other day when I looked, it was like a weeknight. There were only 2 people with expedition mode open. So I've never done expedition mode. I'm not entirely sure what that's about.
I thought you and I tried it once.
I don't know.
And it wasn't any different.
So yes, that was Guan Yu. That was his slash skin where he was a girl. So the game starts. You get Guan Yu and you get Diao Chan, and then they rotate. I guess every couple days or. Okay, so he was free for trial, and he's at level 2. So you can play and progress with these characters, but only when the trial period is open. So I'll just scroll through all of these real quick. A lot of these I've never played as. It's ridiculous. So, let's look at all those other skins for Diao Chan. Pirate.
Whoa.
Digital fairy.
That looks awesome.
Whoa.
Aw.
Nah.
Looks like Jenny Jane.
Classic costume. That's very 2000s looking costume to me. Summer mood. Great. Opposite of summer mood.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
Fashion sheriff. Oh my god.
that's a good name for it.
Summer bloom. Okay. And then there are like multiple colors for probably a bunch of these. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Can we look at him? Nah, I don't want to. All right. So Guan Yu. Here's his default. Oh, we get a few different colors in that pack. Wow, all silver. This one's crazy looking. And then like anime Guan Yu. Classic Guan Yu. Super Pokey Guan Yu. Lady Guan Yu. I'll just use this default though.
I want to play as Guan Yu, but with breath.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get into some of this stuff. I've been holding off on a few things until I was recording. Let's just go through the menus here. You've got a kind of basic like perk tree to work through. I chose, what did I choose? More health over strength. And that's the only one I've reached so far. Oh god, equipment we'll get into. Let's see. The game actually has, like, the combat is pretty fun. There's, like a lot of different skills. Down and hold. Is this the, knockback? Okay. Actually, I was saving up these points for this video because you don't get too many skill points. I think you get one every time you level up. So I've maxed out these couple. So the launcher and like a running turnaround and launch a forward attack. So there's all kinds of moves that you can get, but you need 20 points for that. So that's at least 20 levels. And then there's like skill or like stat boosting things, max capacity, effects of items, stamina recovery, invincible during fury mode. That would be great. But you have to be level 50 before you can even do that. I can't imagine playing this game that long. Wow. What did I max out? Avoid any damage when defending successfully. I've forgotten how to defend? Act as super armor when attacking. And reduce damage. Whoa. That seemed useful. So, okay, what should we spend these skill points on? Let's see. Another attack. Make this more powerful. This is like the triangle's like the heavy attack. And it takes stamina bar to use, so you can run out. Powerful aerial spear attack with additional special attacks after leveling up. Apparently I have this, I just have forgotten to ever use it. Huh. Should probably just go with some stat boosting stuff because I keep forgetting all of these other button commands. Okay, not much there. Movement speed, that seems kind of useful. Because every stage has a time limit, and sometimes you want to move through things pretty quickly. Alright, well I can't afford any of that. After stabbing with a glaive, roundhouse kick. What just unlocked? Let's come back to this. I have no skill scrolls, but you get some of those when you first get the game. Let's see. You can choose an online person you've played with to be your ally, and like, what is it? Those little sword icons over on the right, you can use them for 4 stages each day. Wishing is another way to spend stuff. I'll look at that in a minute here. Equipment. Oh boy. This game is full of gear. Full of gear and gear that you can level up. This is... Oh wait, is this where I want to look at it? Sure. This is my Awakened Dragon Glaive +7. It has... I've used an Awakening thing to add this effect. Add 8% damage on enemies with debuffs. That doesn't happen very often. You can carry 2 weapons at a time, and then there's helmet, torso, arms, legs, accessory, and then my favorite, Absorb Bucket Man. Summon to slowly move forward in a flying attack. Striking enemies will restore the player's stamina. So these are like your mercenary skills, which are like a little character you can summon. I'm going to level up my Bucket Man. Where did I do that from? Apparently you can lock them so you don't accidentally waste them. No, I don't want to remove it. It must have been in the forge. So you have all this stuff, and each time you play through the stages, you can get equipment, like random drops. And so all this stuff that is under level for me, you can break down. Let me go to the forge for that stuff. You can sell if you need more coins. You can, let's see, sickle hook, disassemble. That's like the weapon you start with, I think. So I got 10 material fragments and 2 dragon blood, which you need for other upgrades. So like my current dragon glaive, if I go to upgrade it, it will just add 2 attack. I have 646 ethereal crystals, and it will cost 12,000 coins. So we do that, and now it's level 8. And I think 9 is the highest that you can go. Let's do one more. Oh, nope, we could keep going. Alright, well, it's level 10. Same thing with all of your other gear. Cloth armor. Disassemble. Great. Okay, this is not where I did it at. So I have a hero ring, 15% chance of reducing incoming damage by half, so that's handy. It's also, that was awakened, which I don't have awakening. I don't have anything new to awaken, so I kind of forget how that whole system works. If I hit square, you can reforge. Oh, right, I don't have any stones, though. Right. Where did I go that I leveled up that bucket man? There was a way to feed your mercenaries to each other. I'm not sure what this exchange does. You can come in here to all this junk, all this other stuff that you have, and sell. This wheel over here on the right, you have access to on the right analog stick while you're playing, and it's sort of like your quick items. So I have 3 meat buns over here. Those will be handy. You can tap the touchpad and multi-select if you just want to, like, trash all your junk. So that's handy. You can come in here and buy a bunch of stuff if you just want to buy things. But you cannot buy meat buns. Man. That sucks. Strange talent. But I have to be level 32 in order to use that? I guess. Oh, right. All this stuff is red because it's 50% off right now. That could actually be more useful than 15% chance of reducing incoming damage. But it's 181,000. But what am I going to do with all these coins? Let's go ahead and buy this unicorn horn. And equip. Well, thank you very much. If you go to the Goshiki store, it pops up the PlayStation Store interface, and there's nothing there because they removed all of that. Yep, sure enough. Wait, don't want to remove it. Management. There we go. Training. Okay. Consume any other mercenary to provide experience and upgrade mercenary level. So I have this level 1 rapid archer I just got. I'm just going to feed him. Of course, it costs coins. What is it going to do? It's giving me plus 300. Oh, it's not even enough to level it up once. Okay, well, let's feed this cannon striker also. Wow, that'll get it to level 5. Wow, okay. And its stamina, recovery, and attack go up. Okay. I like the Bucket Man because his name is Bucket Man. And he's a big clay jar, and arms and legs pop out of him, and he goes and attacks guys and gets me stamina back, which would honestly be more useful on like hard and insane difficulty missions, which I've just barely touched. Looks like there would be a set bonus if you have all the same kind of gear. I definitely never got that far in. Okay, what else was I looking to do? The store. Yeah, if we go to buy Goshiki stones, it'll just pop up and say the store's not theirs. Let's do some wishing, because I wanted to do this. special event. Right? Didn't it say contain only mercenaries and lion statues? I'm not even sure what lion statues are about. Or was I? There we go. Special event until closure 2 times Goshiki stones with each 10 plus 1 wish. Let's do a 10 plus 1 wish. Ooh, that's going to take a lot of money. That is 300,000, right? All right, let's do it. Here's all the stuff that I might get. Oh man, this really doesn't seem worth it. Whatever. And then you get this fun little slot machine type of mechanic where you're like, I know if I let go of the right stick right now, it's gonna be real good. Ooh, we get to do one at a time. All right, another rapid archer. Great. Wow, this was not worth it. Wow. Great. Let's go level up that mercenary again. All right, let's do a gold dragon wish. Goshiki stone times 50. What does this take? Okay, it's only gonna take 50 of these. Yeah, let's do it. This time I'm gonna hold the right stick down for a long time. That'll definitely make it all be good. Once it gets logged in. Oh. Right now. See? Look, there's one super special one. Oh, yeah. Level 1 stuff is the best. Wow. Fire Bomber Man. He might be my new favorite. Level 1 Spectre Claw.
Still level 1.
Yeah. What a surprise. It was all a bunch of random junk. Alright, let's at least look at this Spectre. Where is he? Wait. Stone Lion. Oh, here we go. Hey, this guy's level 9. A circular consecutive attack. Level 10 Cannon Striker. Oh wait, I already had him. No, I didn't. Level 25. Summon to fall from the air and launch a ranged attack which can break super armor. Ooh, a sexy lady I can summon. Full screen claw attack with a chance to kill enemies instantly. Whoa. That seems more useful than my bucket man. I shouldn't have upgraded that bucket man. Oh, but I've got to be level 30 before I can use it. All right, well, we got to get leveled up once before we can use this guy. So let's go actually play the game. Honestly, I'd love a counter of how long I've spent in menus versus how long I've spent actually playing the game. You have these, I think, just 7 stages. There might be 8 stages. And each stage contains several parts. And then each one you can play on normal hard, and I haven't even unlocked insane difficulty. I can't even unlock stage 6. Unlock when insane difficulty available. So I think I have to finish all of these on hard. So the chances of that happening before this game shuts down, pretty slim. There's also special events that give you special event currency that you can then use to exchange for special event items. I see. So let's just start at the beginning. On normal, just to get through one real quick. Of course, there's special buffs that you can buy and use. Double experience and Ultra Guard are the only ones that I have. I've never used any of those. Okay, finally. I think this is going to go into a cutscene. I'm going to go double check the recording.
在轩辕氏族击败炎帝氏族，统治天下时，有凶神作乱。凶神扭动身躯，蹂躏着田川大地。
Yep, looks like it's still recording.
皆山移水漫，竟成泽国。
I just hope I don't lose it with a power outage.
麒麟如钢，其血如毒，其牙如矛。九头蛇身，其名为相柳。帝舜不忍天下苍生受此劫难，遂命神将羽与之对抗。大战之初，相柳占尽优势，钢鳞覆盖的身躯刀枪不入，九头与利矛般的锐牙更吞噬了无数战士。幸好禹得到众神相助，以轩辕神剑与应龙合作，成功斩下了相柳九头。相柳轰然倒地，然其黑血腐蚀大地，形成毒爪，头断之处仍长出新肉。为了不让相柳复活，禹便与众神合力建造五帝台，用以镇压其身。五帝台下的相柳虽然无法重生，但憎恨的魂魄及意志却未曾因此丧逝。朝代更迭，千百年转眼过去了。
In the interest of time.
炎帝氏族的移民悄悄聚集在五帝台下，企图在此乱世再掀波澜。此时，正是汉灵帝光和7年，黄天即将席卷大地的时代。
And that's where we come in. Eventually. Okay. Oh, right. AI Katie is with me. Yeah. So you beat up dudes, and all the coins that I'm spending leveling stuff up, that's where you get them from. You can knock down some interactive things and find some more stuff. And you've got basic attack and strong attack that uses the stamina bar underneath your health bar. Your health carries over from stage to stage, which is kind of interesting. You've got like a quick combo. Up and square is my launcher. Down and square is like an extra attack. I have like a charging attack. And then R1 is run. L1 is block, which I always forget to use. And then you kind of move across the little mini map over there on the right in these little sections. And this one, apparently we're freeing some people. And so down here, I'm full... Oh, wait, no. I can't pick it up. The right stick, here's our stuff. There's our bucket man. I don't actually need to use any of this stuff on this difficulty. Equip box, we just got another random piece of gear. It's all pretty easy right now because this is the very beginning of the game. And I'm relatively leveled up. Oh, turn around. But hard, the difference between normal and hard was pretty extreme. Like at the level I was at, it took several minutes to kill just these basic guys on the very first screen. Oh boy, of course I'm recording and now it's going to be all stormy and threaten power outage. I really hope the power doesn't go out because I spent all that, I did all those upgrades and unlocking things.
Will it carry over if you take the stop?
It will carry over, but I'll lose the recording.
Yeah, but stop the recording.
Well, I'm in the middle of a stage now. Ooh, smoke bombs. Let's throw those at somebody. Thank you, invisible villager. And now we get out of here. I can use my allies' special attack with L2, which is basically the same as my own. But they could be a different character, which could give you some advantages with certain special attacks or something. Scallion Rue, I don't really need. Beat up that cart. Oh, what's that? Money. Alright, I gotta use an item. I gotta throw a smoke bomb at the next guy I see. Ha! Y'all are dead. Yin Yang Flame Charm. What's that do? Yang Flame Surround for 30 seconds. I'll take that. And then forget to ever use it. Let's use it. Not that I needed it, because now we're done. And every time you clear a stage, you get one of these big gold chests. Oh, it automatically popped open. I'll take a poison knife. And then you have a few seconds to run around and pick up any extra junk that was in the stage. And then you exit out and do it all over again.
胜利是我们的。
And you get your score screen. Eventually. I feel like in 2017 the game loaded a lot faster. They've probably scaled it down to like a pretty slow server at this point. All right, we got some garbage and some junk. Now let's take a look at our challenges for the stage. Been attacked less than 5 times. Done. So you got extra bonuses for things like playing with multiplayer and nobody dying. And we're back. Now we just do it all over again. So I'm going to stop this part of this video just in case I might lose this recording. and then I'll have another part. I'll play a little bit more. As grindy and time-consuming as it can be, actually playing the game is still fun. So there's something compelling, something captivating enough about just playing the game that almost hooked me, and almost has me hooked right now. So I will play a little bit more. Maybe we'll switch out some characters and see some different stuff in the next video. Thanks for watching.